Probably your first thought when you see a picture of Danielle Bregoli, A.K.A. Bhad Bhabie, is her famous catchphrase, "Cash me outside, how about that?" The world met her when her desperate mother took her to Dr. Phil in the hopes of getting some help to get her under control. After that, Danielle began her career as a rapper and an influencer, and she has been in the news frequently since. Most of the time, it's due to her explosive behavior. She's been banned from an airline for punching someone on a plane, stealing a car, and throwing a drink at Iggy Azalea. However, there is a side to Bhad Bhabie that she keeps hidden beneath her pointy nails, expensive jewelry, and tough exterior. The real Bhad Bhabie is much more than a defiant adolescent. Her life story includes a complicated family relationship, terminal illness, and a heartbreaking story of. It's easy to forget that Bhad Bhabie is only 17 years old, which is understandable given her difficult childhood, which forced her to become independent at a young age. Danielle opened up about her difficult past in an Instagram Live on March 2020, saying, "I've dealt with so much that a kid shouldn't have to deal with." Danielle claims that she acts the way she does because she doesn't know any other way. "Nothing has ever gone as planned for me. I've never had a normal nothing."
My mom's always been, how she is. So my childhood just was not regular. I've dealt with so much that a child should not have to deal with. So when y'all want to ask me why I act grown and why this and why that.
Danielle's father abandoned the family when she was 3 months old. As a result, her mother, Barbara, had to care for her entirely on her own. Things became even more difficult when she was diagnosed with breast cancer. Danielle was only 4 years old at the time, and she had to stay with her grandmother during Barbara's treatment. Because her grandmother was older, Danielle had to learn how to do everything on her own. This forced her to mature and become self-sufficient, but it also made her more vulnerable. Danielle has revealed that she was 3 to 6 years old. According to the rapper, not many people know this about her, but she believes she appears more mature and grown up because she had to deal with adversity at a young age. Danielle claims that she had almost no childhood and that she always tried to block out all the horrible experiences she had to deal with. But she believes that all of her problems stem from there because there is always something negative that she has to deal with every day in Danielle's mind. Danielle's family had a difficult time back then because she had to manage her household, pay the bills, and fix the house while battling cancer, and only had Danielle to help her out. But back then, Danielle tried to be there for Barbara even during the most difficult times. For example, when her mother was undergoing chemotherapy for breast cancer, Danielle took care of her as best she could at such a young age. When chemo made her vomit, she would hold her hair and rub her back. She learned about the disease and made friends with the nurses, and she even rubbed aloe on Barbara's chest to relieve the pain of radiation. Danielle also began sleeping in her mother's bed during her cancer treatment and apparently continued to do so for some time. However, as she grew older, Danielle began to have more and more difficulties managing her emotions, and she began to get into trouble, which is when Barbara decided to put her on Dr. Phil. Danielle was only 13 years old when she appeared on Dr. Phil. After being confronted by the crowd because of her bad attitude, Danielle's mother accused her of stealing cars and framing her for a false charge, according to her famous catchphrase. Her life changed in that moment. She became a meme, and her voice was remixed all over the internet. She began appearing in collaborative videos, podcasts, and television shows, and soon realized she could charge for almost everything she did. Danielle returned to Dr. Phil in 2017 and claimed she was responsible for his personality. She no longer needed Dr. Phil's stage to be famous by August 2017. She had already established a name for herself. After the success of These, she released her first single, These, which peaked at number 77 on Billboard's Hot 100, making her the youngest female rapper to ever appear on that list. Danielle has signed with Atlantic Records. Danielle has not hesitated to spend as much as she wants since she started making money: diamonds, nails, hair, clothes, a car. But on Christmas 2017, she did something that not many people give her credit for. She paid off her mother's mortgage. She did it the Bhad Bhabie way though, crying as she handed Barbara the envelope and wished her a Merry Christmas. Barbara asked, "Are you serious?" before they hugged. It's heartwarming to know that, despite their complicated relationship, they genuinely care about each other. However, money did not make Danielle happy. This summer, Bhad Bhabie made headlines once more. this time for checking into a rehab facility, from which she was released after completing a 30-day program. Everyone was curious as to why Danielle had gone to rehab. She was said to be carrying a pill. She later claimed that it was not true, claiming that her mother had overreacted to the incident. Barbara has a heart attack after discovering one pill. However, it was later revealed that pills were not the only reason Danielle had to enter rehab. According to sources close to her, Danielle was in rehab receiving treatment for childhood trauma. We're very proud of Danielle for recognizing that she needed help and seeking it out. And it's not easy to admit needing help, especially for someone with a reputation like her, said her manager. Following her release from rehab, the rapper stated that she was back and better than ever and that she wanted to focus on her music. And she did it in the best way possible with the help of an amazing group of brilliant celebrities such as Demi Lovato, Black China, Pia Mia, Chief Keef, Charlie X, and Lexi P, who collaborated with Danielle to create a quarantine version of her song, Do It Like Me. But even with the support of her famous friends, Danielle still has to deal with her detractors on a daily basis, and even if she puts on a brave face. We have learned that having people criticize her for everything actually affects her. All this negative energy just sits on me. She appears to be very frustrated by how much people despise her. The good news is that since Danielle opened up about her childhood struggles, more and more people appear to be becoming more compassionate toward her. This little girl doesn't need fame. She just needs a hug and a loving family to raise her. Another person commented, "This girl is trying to tell us why she acts the way she does and puts up her guard. Give her some slack, bro. The world is already hard enough." We can say many things about Bhad Bhabie, but we can't say she's not genuine. Dr. Phil points out Danielle's true personality, her get them before they get me attitude, which is probably her defense mechanism, even on her first appearance on television. But if you can get past Bhad Bhabie's recklessness and anger management issues, you'll find her to be a fairly normal adolescent. Her favorite shows include Orange is the new Black and American Horror Story. Her favorite color is red, but sometimes very light pink. And she wants two children, Cameron and Bianca. She also stated that she was overjoyed when she first met Kodak. That sounds quite practical. What are your thoughts on Bhad Bhabie? Do you like it, or do you want her to show more of her kinder side? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe for more hot tea.